All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part 3. As we stated, we are now going into the debate on girly girl versus the tomboy. So, Jim, let's hear what you got to say, man. I am looking forward to this.
All right, well, let me first say this, okay? My opinion has drastically changed throughout the years. When I was younger, I was all about the tomboy. I was straight up a tomboy guy, you know what I mean? I just love a chick that would roll around the mud, wrestle around with you, you know what I mean? Frisky, you know what I mean? I loved it, you know? Put the hair up in a ponytail, wear jeans, flannel, you know? Something about a girl who's not afraid to get dirty, drives a Jeep, you know? It was real sexy to me, you know? But, you know, as that was my preference, I did go for that back in the day. And as you and me both know, that didn't end out too well for me. You know, and then along the lines, I started to kind of appreciate the fact of a woman taking care of herself, getting prettied up, wearing dresses and stuff like that. So now I got a mixed opinion on it. Because, you know, it is nice when your lady kind of goes all out and looks good for you when you go out. But at the same time, it is cool when a girl just gets flat out down and dirty, you know what I mean? Doesn't really care, doesn't want to, you know, breaking the nails thing, you know. There's a happy medium, I think, for me. You know, I want a girl that's kind of a little bit of both. I want a girl who look good all day long, you know what I mean? Wear a dress, look banging all day long, all pretty, like, get home and just take, you know, just put on something comfortable and you know what I mean? If hell, you know, you got to work on, a girl working on a car. There's nothing more sexy than that, you know? To me, you know what I mean?
Well, Jim, I mean, I have to agree with you here. And I think most of the people who actually comment...
Tell me this. Do you not find women truck drivers very attractive?
No, I don't.
Ice road truckers, Lisa?
Oh, well, that's different. But, I mean, Lisa's actually hot. But most of the...
I'm not talking about pigs and trucks. I'm talking about...
Well, if there's a hot girl driving a truck, that's hot.
And it amplifies because she's driving a truck, does it not?
Yes, it does. But, I mean, it's the same thing like you mentioned with the girl in the Jeep with the rag top and no doors down there. There's something so seductively sexy about that. But at the same time, you also don't want a woman who will always play that
I don't want a woman spitting tobacco and shit. You know, let me... you know, I mean, that's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like where you're going is you want the best of both worlds. You want a woman who can very easily hop behind the wheel of a big rig and start fucking grabbing gears and taking off and fucking, you know, throwing a wrench around and getting greasy.
Yeah.
But when the days end, if you want to go out with her, she'll go hop in the fucking shower. She'll fucking put on a nice little black dress, get all dolled up, and you can take her out to be a woman. Yeah. That's where it comes down to, Jim. It's I don't think I mean I should say I think most guys would have the same opinion there. There are your select few out there who would never want to see a woman pick up a wrench or fucking drive a truck or anything like that. But I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I think there's a very fine medium there that is just sexy all the way around. Absolutely. I can't agree with you more. Ladies and gentlemen, let us hear your opinions. This is what I was ranting on before. Let us hear your opinions. Put on the bottom of this screen right here in our comment section what you think about girly girl or the tomboy. Let's hear your opinion. Jim, what else you got up there for me?
Well, I think that's going to about do it for thoughts and opinions.
All right. That sounds good to me.
All right.
Throw that the hell out of there. Wow, that made it far.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah. Hey, right on the fucking screen.
Nice.
Whatever.
On to music and movies.
Music and movies. What do we got today on music and movies, Jim?
Kev! I'm pissed.
You're pissed?
I'm pissed.
All right. Well, if anybody paid attention in the beginning of this show, they're going to realize why you're pissed, Jim.
Yes, if you notice, our intro has changed, and this is why. 3 Days Grace, what a monkey manure piece of crap of an album they produced this time. I cannot believe this bullshit they have done to me.
You know what's funny, Jim, is last week, I believe it was yes, it was last week, we both stated that we were going out and buying that album. Well, it came out. And I bought it. Thank God Jim bought it and I did not. Because if I did buy it, I would have to kill myself.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. You want to talk? We're going to get into cookie cutters in a minute because this is going to go right into the subject okay? Because their first 2 albums rocked, man. Rocked.
Kicked ass.
You know, they're a good fucking band. They had a good thing going. What did they do? They not even sold out. They just said, fuck it. I don't care. Let's just make an album. You know what I mean? Let's not put any effort into it.
You know what that sounds like to me, Jim?
What's that?
Contract for filming.
It does, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Now that makes another one. What, are they going to break up now? Is this it? They just, another album, let's get it over with and do their own thing? Or is this something about, is it just, hey, let's get a fucking payday going here and get something out? You know?
You know, I don't know, Jim. All I know is it sucked ass. And I'm not happy about it. Because I was a fan. And they just lost 2.
They suck. Big pile of fucking monkey shit is what that album is.
Don't waste your time, people.
I almost want to light it on fire right here and live on national TV. But I'm not going to. Because I don't have it with me and I'm too lazy to go out to the car to get it.
And I probably wouldn't let you set a fire in my house. We could set it on fire for behind the scenes.
We might.
Which, ladies and gentlemen, I think it was back...
We've been promising behind the scenes footage for a while now. Yes. And trust me, it is going to be up. And you will laugh your asses off when it happens. We're getting some good material. Let me
we are.
Believe me.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on it.
But we want to do this right. You know what I mean? We're trying to put 110% into this show. You know, for you, the fans. So
what else you got for me?
Well, I want to go right into this cookie cutter thing.
Well, I don't want. I hear you. I hear you about the cookie cutter thing, but I don't want to go too far into it because we did bring it up last week.
Well, you mentioned the cookie cutter thing, but I want to go to. I want to really go into like I was talking about before, Limp Bizkit. You know what I mean? I think they kind of founded the cookie cutter thing in a way. But you know what I mean?
With the rap/metal.
Yeah, they tried putting a little rap with metal. But granted, Run DMC did it with Aerosmith years ago. I mean, but
it was Korn, I believe, started.
Korn.
Well, they were the ones who brought Limp Bizkit into the scene.
That's true.
I think it was the first or second album where Limp Bizkit was actually featured in there. I can't remember the name.
I know he was definitely on the third one. I think it
was well before that, All in a Family. I want to say it was the first album. I could be wrong, but I had to do a little research on this. But I'm pretty sure he was featured in the very first or second album. But I blame Korn partially. I think Korn didn't start the cookie cutter thing, but they definitely paved the road. They let people. They gave the idea of what to do. Okay? And people just kind of followed in that footstep.
Now, what is your exact definition of cookie cutter? Because this is mine. Okay? Basically, bands come out and they just write material of what's selling right now. What's hot, what's not. You know what I mean? Which is what happened with Linkin Park. They carried on where fucking Limp Bizkit left off.
I hear you. I hear you. But that's not my necessarily my definition of it. I do agree, but it's not my definition. This is where I stated when we first started talking about cookie cutter bands that I kind of blame the production companies about this because they're only going after that same kind of sound. Hey, you know what? Every musician in the world is guilty of robbing from somebody else. Not direct material, but concepts.
Look at Led Zeppelin. You showed me every one of the major hits is stolen from somebody.
Well, sure, but that's not what I mean by stealing. I don't mean direct theft of, you know, a tune or a riff or anything like that. I mean just concepts of how to do things. You know, so I kind of blame them because, hey, but, you know, it's their business too. They're going to produce what sells. Yeah. They're going out there and looking for these bands that all kind of sound like, you know, Nickelback.
I get it. You know? You want to make money. I get that. You know what I mean? But do it in a tasteful way. You know, this cookie cutter shit has got to stop, man. It's got to stop, you know, because you're taking good bands like 3 Days Grace who had 2 great albums and just shitting all over it. You know, by coming out with something like this, it gets me irritated. My blood is boiled. You know, it's just disgusting to me. You know, you call yourself an artist. The definition of an artist is that you have to be unique. You have to be your own person, your own artist. You know, you're producing something that everybody else is producing. How the fuck do you call yourself an artist?
That's exactly it, man.
You know?
I hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for part 4. Part 4.
Where we will go into GNR, then and now.
Ooh, Guns N' Roses, huh?
Uh-huh.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for part 4. We're going to start going into Guns N' Roses.